So Tory Lanez's motion for a new trial got pushed back 1 week. So Tory Lanez's sentencing date was pushed back 1 week. It was originally scheduled to be Monday the 10th, but it's been pushed back to Monday the 17th. And these are my thoughts. I'm thinking that this is a good sign. If he was supposed to be sentenced on the 10th and it's getting pushed back, this is suggesting to me that maybe the motion for a new trial is being seriously considered. He's definitely not sentenced yet. That 84-page document that his lawyers put was definitely serious. If you want to get the details on it, check out Mob Radio with Milagro Grams. Milagro went through the whole thing. There's another YouTuber, I want to get her name because she also went through it. When I find it, I'll mention her. She also went through the motion for a new trial. I read it myself and I could not believe the things that I was seeing. What I was hearing was people were trying to complain that his previous attorney was incompetent. And I'm going to be getting at these attorneys that was talking that stuff. I did not forget. But right now, I'm just looking to see what's going to happen. But people were basically trying to say his attorney messed up, his attorney opened the door, and that's why they played the audio that Kelsey said was untrue because it was his attorney that messed up. They even put that in the motion. They put in the motion that what the audio that was played to the jury did not have anything to do basically with what the lawyers played it for. They tried to make it seem as if, oh yeah, you accused us of foul play? Well, let's play the interview and see if we played foul. The interview that they played did not show that they did or didn't play foul, so there was no purpose for them to play it in the first place. Nevertheless, the motion for a new trial went in, and I'm hearing that it's being pushed back because Tory's attorneys want to put more stuff in the motion for a new trial. And if you got more after 84 pages of stuff, Lord, this is looking good. I don't want to say anything yet because this is a very corrupt system, and there's a lot of corruption going on, a lot of crooked things going on behind the scenes. You had these a lot of these attorneys on YouTube were saying to believe certain reporters and don't believe the other reporters. Believe the reporters that were officially a part of the media, the crooked media that lies to the American people all the time. Believe them over believing the people that were actually there reporting it, telling both sides of the story from their perspective, of course. But I believe that even though their perspective was in it, they still told both sides of the story well enough to where you could understand what was happening. It didn't sound to me like anyone was being more biased. In particular, let me just say who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Milagro Grams and Lawyers for Workers. That's who I was mainly watching. It didn't sound to me like they were they were biased to the point where they were not correctly telling the story. I did not trust the lady Megan Cunniff because she works for Rolling Stone. And Rolling Stone, Megan Thee Stallion wrote a whole article in Rolling Stone magazine. So obviously Rolling Stone magazine has connections with Megan. That alone let me not trust them. But I'm hearing about other stuff that this lady Megan Cunniff did. And I'm also hearing about how, certain people who thought they were getting it in good with her are now looking real stupid. So I'm going to be staying on top of all that stuff, man. Ultimately, this is really about Tory Lanez. Yes, I'm going to talk about the people that was talking about him too and making him look bad too, because you're not helping. You got to get a fair jury here. And, can he really get a fair jury when so many people are looking at him like he's a criminal? Can he really have a fair trial? And that's the good, on the flip side, I'm glad to see that these videos that some of us on YouTube are doing about the Tory Lanez trial are starting to get some traction again. And I'm seeing that there's a lot of people that are supportive of him. Not necessarily because you're a fan of his music, but because you see injustice going on and you don't agree with tearing someone down that did not commit a crime. If you're going to send a man to jail for 22 years. You got to prove that he committed a crime. And this prosecution is not proving that he committed a crime. So I'm going to be watching Milagograms. There's another YouTuber named Crystal. I got to get her full name so I can give her props. She's also covering the story. Give me 1 second. Crystal Nicole, that's her name. I also found there's another YouTuber named Crystal Nicole that's covering the story. There's someone else too. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name. If you see this post, drop it in the comment section and I'll shout your channel out. Everybody who's covering this Tory Lanez story and is not just repeating what the media says and not just repeating what Megan says, but everyone who's actually critically looking at this case, I'm gonna shout you out. Cat TV, shout out to Cat TV. Milagograms, shout out to Milagograms. Crystal Nicole, shout out to Crystal Nicole. And everybody else I found out, I'm gonna give you a shout out for this. And let's keep moving. Let's keep on pressing. So, like I said, I think it's a good thing that a new motion that they're going to be adding more and there's time being added. Hopefully, because 84 pages is a lot and I thought that was enough. But apparently, maybe for a motion for a new trial, you need an overwhelming amount of evidence. So if they can keep on pouring stuff in, whatever's going to get this thing to go back in, let it go back in. And I'm wondering how the new trial would go. Do the lawyers have to stick to the guidelines that are in the motion, or is it just a completely new trial? I'm not sure what all the legal specifications of this. And right now, these attorneys a lot of attorneys on YouTube, I don't see them covering this like how they were before. They're looking at other cases right now, but that's fine. It's not like they're actually in the courtroom anyway. So the people that are on the ground covering this right, shout out to you. Keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on, doing my thing here. And I'm going to be putting together some videos because, people really don't understand the story his story really wasn't told to everybody. Megan's made up story has been told to the whole world. And a lot of people believe her because she put on such an act. And I have a problem with that. So I'm going to be putting Tory's story together from what I understand. I'm not his autobiographer. I don't represent him. But from what I caught and from what I understand, I'm going to do my best to make sure that story gets told also. So that's what I got for this. That's what I got, guys. I'm on to the next one. Continue to follow me. Peace. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. This is the Kingdom Your Podcast. Peace.